My boyfriend cheated with a hooker.
For $1,000. Damn.
Well, at least she wasn't a streetwalker. Brock sounds like any position with her is doggy style.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Hello and welcome to Other People's Problems. Before we get started, if you enjoy, please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll really appreciate it. And now your hosts, Lee and Lynn.
Boyfriend cheated with a hooker. I'd never thought I'd be posting here. I'm an avid reader, but never thought this would be my life. I've been dating a 46-year-old for 3.5 years. I'm 34. Yes, there is an age gap. I never thought it was an issue. I own my own home. I have a high-paying job. Multiple degrees. I'm not stupid. At least I thought I wasn't. I've been traveling for work a lot lately, and this weekend I went out of town to see some friends and do some community stuff. I got back Sunday and everything was fine. Today he went to dinner with family and left his phone. I'm not proud of this, but I snooped and found out he hired a hooker for the weekend for $1,000. Damn.
Well, at least she wasn't a streetwalker. I would have been a little more offended if it was like a crackhead
like
prostitute.
a $50 cooker. I guess so.
I think $40 is the going rate.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Word on the street. That's what I hear.
Word on the street. Okay. All right, I confronted him when he got home and he didn't have a good excuse except he's been working a lot, stressed, drunk, and I was gone. The thing is, he's been avoiding sex with me for a year and he finally admitted that he doesn't find me attractive.
Ooh.
Eesh. I'm pretty, but not physically his type. I'm overweight and losing weight is hard due to hormonal issues. He swears he feels horrible and doesn't want to split, but I don't know what to do. I'm devastated. He's been my rock from day one since my divorce from my ex-husband. He's been my best friend and I'm just thrown for a loop. If it wasn't me in my shoes, I'd be the first one to say, get the fuck out. I keep thinking, why would he do this? He's not willing to see a therapist and I kicked him out for the night, but I'm just lost. I thought he was the one I was going to end up with.
That's tough.
It is tough, but I'd say get the fuck out. He told you he's not attracted to you physically anyway. He's not attracted to you at all. So why stay with somebody like that?
You know, I'm not quick to recommend the dissolution of a marriage.
But it's not marriage.
But yeah, it does not have a solid foundation.
Right.
And if that's the case, there's really nothing to work from. Exactly. Or work with.
Yeah.
So that may be the best advice, is to get out of there and work on yourself and whatever it will take to make yourself a better person, a more happy person.
It sounds like to me, what's that word you use for men that just need a place to stay?
A hobosexual.
A hobosexual. She has a good job. She has several degrees. And so it sounds like he just needs her for a place to stay.
That very well could be it. Someone from Reddit commented, he cheated on you because he doesn't find you attractive. Let that sink in. Mm-hmm. You deserve so much better than that. You're a successful, intelligent woman. You don't need an asshole like that.
Agreed.
Someone else simply commented, he's a shit. To the curb with the trash.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, I mean, that's just the bottom line. He just admitted, he is not attracted to you. What more is there to say? Move on. Find somebody who will appreciate you.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, but that's what you have to do.
That's right.
All right, moving on to, I don't find my wife sexually attractive anymore. Is this the husband?
Perhaps.
My wife, a female, and I, a male, are in our early 30s. We've been married for 7 years and together for 14 years. We have one kid together and she wants another one. I'm indifferent. We've been trying to have a kid for over a year now, but we barely have sex due to me not being interested in it. It's not that I never want to have sex. It's just that I'm not turned on by her at all. Like, to the point where a lot of times I can't even get an erection or keep it up when we do try, but I have no issues if I'm masturbating. The issue for me is that she has developed very manly features over the past 3 or 4 years, which I think is due to the medication she is on, which she will likely not be off of in the foreseeable future. She also had surgery several years ago, about 5 years ago, which left her disfigured down there. None of this is any fault of hers, and it makes me feel like a jerk to say that, but it makes me unattracted to her. But it just does. I could deal with the aftermath of the surgery, as I just avoided looking at it during sex, but the manly features just destroyed any sexual desire I had. I still love her very much, and I have no desire to cheat on her, but she is frustrated by the lack of sex and has been for a long time, to the point where she says she is afraid she might cheat on me. Wow. I think it's especially hard on her now because she wants another child, and it just hasn't happened. We got into a pretty big fight about this last week, and she is starting to talk about getting a divorce or maybe a trial separation. I opened up to her about not being sexually attracted to her anymore, but not to the extent that I am posting here. It's not something she can fix, and I think I would ruin her own self-image. Is holding back this information the right choice in this context? Is there any way to save this marriage? I guess as a side note, we've been talking about the divorce or trial separation in a civil manner. If it did come to that, it would be very amicable on both sides, but I still hate to think of how that will affect our child. If it was up to me, I would stick it out for the kids' sake. My wife has developed very manly features due to medical reasons. This is an update, as well as a disfigured genital region due to a surgery or I guess a clarification. And I find myself no longer sexually attracted to her. Now she is considering a divorce as she wants another child, and our lack of sex prevents that from happening. What do I do?
Oh my gosh, that is really tough.
That is tough.
And how long have they been married?
He said they've been married for 7 years and together for 14.
Wow.
So what does he do? It's rough because he obviously loves her.
Yeah.
And he says he doesn't want to cheat. He wants to stick it out, work on the marriage. But there's not a lot that can be done about her disfigurement, nor her masculine features. It sounds as if he didn't go into detail about exactly what the medical procedure was, but it sounds as if she needs these drugs for whatever reason. That's tough.
And he said he could even be okay with the disfigurement, but the manly features is the main thing.
Listeners, we implore you. What should they do?
Let's see. This Reddit user advises, he says, the likelihood of you finding a woman that isn't going to become less physically attractive as you age is very slim. Some women age well, but most don't. If how someone looks is all that matters to you, then be ready for a miserable second half of your life. Marriage isn't supposed to be something you throw away because you're shallow. And then the original poster replied to this. He said, you must not have read my post. I simply explained the reasons why I don't feel sexually attracted to my wife anymore. She is the one that wants the divorce, not me. I am still in love with her. I just can no longer get turned on because of the reasons I stated. I am sorry, but I can't help it. I have talked to my doctor and have even tried ED meds.
Erectile dysfunction.
Thank you, I couldn't think of it. But it doesn't help.
I was just going to comment that poster actually replied to that and said, yeah, I read it. You aren't incapable of fulfilling your wife's needs, but too cowardly to leave her. You don't get to be the good guy because you still love her. People love dogs. Loving your wife completely means taking care of all of the aspects of your marriage, which you are not doing. You are giving her no choice but to leave you, whether you have reasons or not. You are knowingly letting your marriage disintegrate.
This must be a woman, huh?
I don't know. It's Mr. in the
Mr. Okay.
in the username, so I assume it's a man.
I think he's being very honest about his feelings in the situation with his wife. I don't think he's a coward. It's unfortunately, if he can't help if he's not attracted to her.
That's something that's innate. You don't. It's not a conscious thing. You don't decide to be attracted or not attracted to someone.
Sure.
He actually replied to that, the original poster.
Okay.
He said, well, I was the one that stood by her after her surgery and took care of her for months, helped her with everything. I was the one that sacrificed my career after we had a child so that she could advance in her career. When she's had issues at work, I've been there to support her, and even convinced her to take another job that greatly increased her happiness, despite it taking an even bigger toll on my career. I've sacrificed so much for her and have done so much for her, which I don't want to make it sound as if it's a one-way street. It isn't. But you're trying to paint me as some sort of monster that I am not. It's not my fault that I'm not sexually attracted to her anymore. And it isn't her fault that has happened either. But this is the situation I am in. I am looking for advice, not judgment that is being passed down based on your fill-in-the-blank assumptions of me.
Yeah, that's a great response from the original poster. I think he's looking for advice. He's admitting that, he's just not attracted to her sexually, and he loves her. He wants to stay with her, and she's the one who wants to leave.
I would be greatly offended that she contemplated cheating on me. That may be more grounds for separation or divorce than my attraction level to her.
I agree.
What say you, listeners?
Okay, well, let me ask you this. What about if he closes his eyes and he fantasizes? I mean, men do this all the time, I'm sure, because you men are visual creatures. So can he imagine he's with, some beautiful model or,
I was actually going to suggest that.
But
until I thought about the manly features.
What he can close his eyes.
It's not like she just gained a little weight.
But see,
or I don't know.
He's got to be specific about the manly features. If it's facial manly features, what does that exactly mean? Does she have a wider jaw line? What is it? You always say that, square jawline makes you look
square jaw.
like a man.
Maybe,
for women.
Maybe so. Maybe.
Is it like hair? How about shaving it?
Hormones or something,
I mean, shave your hair. Maybe she can put a little makeup on, or
I don't think L'Oreal has an answer for that.
Well, nowadays. But yeah, I think
I'd need to see her before I could give him that advice.
Gosh. Fantasize about somebody in your head and think that you're making love to this gorgeous model, bikini model, whatever. And then just keep it happy.
Doggy style, I don't know. Probably sounds like any position with her is doggy style.
Oh my gosh. You're going to get so much hate messages. Thank you.
These are jokes, people. And on a serious note, it's, I really feel for him, honestly. It's obvious, like I said, that he loves her. I wish him the best. I wish them the best. I just don't know what the answer is.
Yeah, and I wonder why she wants to have another child so bad if she's had issues down there. I mean, that's more stress. I mean, whatever it was that happened, but maybe she shouldn't be thinking about another child.
I wonder what condition would require something that not only changes you down there. We said that was surgery. Mm-hmm. And then whatever pills she's taking, perhaps steroids.
Maybe
or something that's making her more manly.
Yeah, or how old is she? I don't
He
remember.
said that they were both in their early 30s, so very,
Oh gosh,
very
that's
young
really
still.
young. So I was gonna say maybe hormones, menopause.
And of
but
course, she
no.
didn't have a hysterectomy. She wanted to have another child.
Oh, that's right.
Thank you so much for listening. Please like, please comment, and subscribe. And we will see you next time.
Bye.
That's terrible.